Yo, what's going on, guys? Christy Flakes here. So, of course, the biggest news in the NBA right now, and as soon as free agency, like the actual period starts, is Kyrie Irving is going to be joining the Brooklyn Nets. So, that's been one of the teams that's been on his wish list probably for a good 2 months now. And let me just say straight up, guys, I think Kyrie Irving is a fantastic basketball player. I think he's one of the best point guards in the entire NBA. But with that being said, Kyrie Irving joining the Brooklyn Nets, I actually kind of hate it. And I don't hate the Brooklyn Nets. I don't hate Kyrie Irving. What I do hate is my feelings towards D'Angelo Russell as a basketball player. It just kind of goes to show that anytime an NBA player leaves a certain team, there is typically a stigma of hate towards that player. They're like, man, they're not loyal. They don't stick with their franchise. They don't do this. They don't do that. And then you look at D'Angelo Russell. First was given up by the Los Angeles Lakers because their big focus point was Lonzo Ball. He ultimately ends up on the Brooklyn Nets via a deal and has an all-star season. Really improves as a player, man. Like D'Lo, just looking like he's living up to his actual draft hype. Gets to the Brooklyn Nets, plays fantastic. Were they in the playoffs? I don't remember. Were they in the? I think they were in the playoffs. I don't remember, bro. I think they were. If they were, they didn't do nothing in it. But still, they were in the playoffs, man. It was the most hype in Brooklyn probably since Jason bitch-ass Kidd was there. Vince Carter, Richard Jefferson. And what do they do after this All-Star season? Yeah, we gonna get Kyrie. Yeah, D'Lo, you gotta be in a sign and trade. We're totally not going to invest in you after you come on this team and give us the most excitement we have seen in years. I absolutely hate that, guys. I don't know why. I mean, I know why. I know why, man. Just because, you know, the NBA is a business, and let's relate this to more business terms. Let's say you got this big, huge corporation, right? You just got out of college, got yourself a nice degree, a nice big old fancy degree, man. You made it. You got it from a nice school too, bro. You got it from a nice school. So what happens is a company brings you on, and you come into that company, and you know in the short term of things they're like, all right, you're a nice employee, but we're gonna go out there, we're gonna get Lonzo Ball the accountant. You know, Lonzo Ball the accountant, we just kind of feel like that's the future of our team. We respect you. We think you're probably gonna be a good player or a good employee. It's early on in your employee career, but that's fine. Okay, so this other company you get traded to, you get your work resume sent to, and you end up going with them. And you just, man, you bring them some money, bro. Like that company has no bitch ass funds in years, man. The EBITDA is looking bad. That's earnings before interest, taxes, bitch ass, and appreciation. I don't know, man. It's been a while since I've graduated in finance, but it's been a while, bro. So you know, you get them a little EBITDA action going on. And all of a sudden, you know, you're loyal to that company. You're like, yeah, I see myself with this company for the foreseeable future. And then all of a sudden, Kyrie Irving, the bitch-ass financial analysis comes around. And it's like, you know, Kyrie back on his other company went out there and won Employee of the Month. And it was cool. Like, you know, he was second in command. Like, he wasn't the top employee. That was LeBron James, the janitor. Man, this janitor was so out there. That boy was sweeping. So, you know, Kyrie was good at the numbers while LeBron was good at the sweeping. So Kyrie took his talents to a different organization, the Boston accounting firm. And on that firm, you know, he was about 26, 27, so he wasn't quite a veteran, but, you know, he wasn't quite a young boy either, man. He was an experienced accountant, and, you know, out of college, only 20 years old, Jason Tatum was on that team, was on that firm. And, you know, we all knew he could do the numbers, but Kyrie was kind of taking it over, and they had two different investment strategies, and all of a sudden, you know, Kyrie and Jason wasn't working out. So what happens? They decide, you know, Kyrie's still talented, but he's not going to, you know, Kyrie's like, okay, I can't work it out here, man. So he's going to go over here, and he's going to do a freaking aggressive takeover of this other firm that D'Lo's working at. That D'Lo's been there putting up numbers at. and he just takes the spot. Now, D'Lo, being the great potential player he is, given the Brooklyn Corporation, the numbers they haven't seen in years, and he just loses the spot to Kyrie. And it's like, Kyrie's kind of bouncing all over the place, and D'Lo's trying to find a home. And there's nothing against Kyrie. Like, he's still going to go there and do, it's still putting his work, man. It's no hate towards him. But I just feel bad for D'Lo. I don't know, man. I just feel bad for D'Lo straight up. Let me go over here, guys, on NBA 2K19. Just kind of look at this Brooklyn Nets team. So, the reported course of action is that D'Angelo Russell is probably going to sign elsewhere. If he does stay with the Brooklyn Nets, they are open to a sign and trade. I mean, I guess I could potentially see that happening with the team. Like, I know the Phoenix Suns have been in talks. So, you go on the Phoenix Suns. And to do a sign and trade with D'Lo, they don't really have the contracts to match. Like, it would have to be probably like a Tyler Johnson. I know Josh Jackson, maybe a Mikal Bridges, something like that to do some sort of sign and trade to get D'Lo over there, in the backcourt with D-Book. That's understandable. I know another team that D'Lo is actually interested in going to, and they're interested in him, is the Los Angeles Lakers. Of course, the big part of him leaving the Lakers was Magic Johnson, the investment in Lonzo Ball. Lonzo's no longer there, Magic's no longer there, so it's like, all right, that's understandable, right? So, I mean, D'Lo going back to the Lakers, for me personally, it's just a great opportunity, because I do think that would give him his best bet to win an NBA championship, and I like the idea of it, because I feel like, D'Lo on the Lakers could still put up all-star caliber numbers, and he wouldn't be like hating on it for, you know what I'm saying, man? Because there's certain teams you go to, and it's like you take too many shots, like, oh man, we can, we ain't looking if you do that out there. But LeBron James is gonna be 34, 35 next season, so like he's okay. He's still gonna average his near triple double. He's gonna get the point. He's gonna get the assist. He's gonna get the rebounds. But I feel like he would be okay with being a little passive towards D'Lo. But at the same time, man, when it's takeover time, LeBron's gonna take over. Then of course you got Anthony Davis, and you get a guy like D'Lo out there that can put up the numbers offensively. Also a very good playmaker. That's going to help Anthony Davis out. So for me personally, man, it seems like the perfect fit. Now, defensively, you want to argue how good the team's going to be. Okay, we got that. We got that. But, I just hope that D'Lo finds himself a nice, happy spot to go to. I just really do, man. Now, I look at the Brooklyn Nets team, and what do I see Kyrie Irving doing next season that D'Lo didn't do? Well, let's go over some numbers real quick here, guys. Last NBA season, D'Lo's first All-Star season, 21 points, 7 assists, 3 turnovers, a little high, but, it's a point guard. 4 rebounds per game, shot about 37% from 3, 48% from 2s, overall a field goal percentage of 43%. For a point guard that's a little tad inefficient, but also, there's worse out there too, man. Russell Westbrook. Oh, sorry, got a little cough and a little fly in my throat, man, you might say. Now, Kyrie last season, 24 points, so about 3 points higher, 7 assists, right around that same mark, shot 40% from 3, and 49% field goal percentage. So you are looking for the efficiency of Kyrie Irving to be like the big-time piece in this, right? Now, with that being said, he just shoot 19 shots per game. D'Lo shot also 19 shots per game, so just playing some with Kyrie is more efficient. But at the same time, man, you're looking at the age factor. Kyrie is, I believe, 5 years old. He's 26. And D'Lo's like 21, 22 years of age, something like that, man. So, I mean, I understand. The Brooklyn Nets, I still think they upgrade a little bit from Kyrie Irving. A little bit. It's a nice signing. I'm not hating on it for that reason. I just hate that they gave up on D'Lo so quick, man. I just feel bad for him. You know what I'm saying? I just feel bad for him as a person. And, I think sometimes you got to look beyond basketball to kind of associate that. So, there's also rumors out there that the Brooklyn Nets, of course, one of the big-time players they're going to think of going for is Kevin Durant. It's like, yeah, if you can get Kevin Durant, you go out there and get him. Yes, he's going to be out next season, but that gives us a season to see Kyrie kind of take over on the Brooklyn Nets, kind of work on some chemistry and things like that. But also, another big-time player they're going for, actually, is of the Philadelphia 76ers, Tobias Harris. And I kind of like that. I'm going to say I like that a bit better than getting Kevin Durant. I know Kevin Durant, man, is a superstar player. Don't get me wrong. We don't know exactly what he's going to be like when he comes back from his injury. Plus, he's going to be like 31. I feel like Tobias, they could get probably for a little less of the max contract. But the big thing is he's the same age as Kyrie. So from the Nets standpoint, it's like you got Tobias and Kyrie going on for the next 4 or 5 years. Where if you get Kevin Durant, you get a great Kevin Durant for the first 2-3 years. Maybe, assuming he comes back well from injury. But also, you're kind of playing the risk that he's not the same player. So I like Tobias Harris. He was putting up also numbers on the Clippers. So, I mean, that gives them the stretch forward there. They need, another big-time scorer. And then, of course, looking at other members of the Nets that they have, we got Spencer Dinwiddie, who would be a great backup point guard. Also being 6'6", could be playing the backcourt with Kyrie Irving at times. You got Jarrett Allen, who I do think is one of the up-and-coming players in the NBA. I know he's got an F3-point shot on 2K, but I know he's capable of shooting 3-point shots. I've seen him make them. You got Caris LeVert at that small forward position. Then, of course, you go with Tobias at the 4. You got Joe Harris for spacing issues. We all know that Kyrie Irving loves to attack the basket, so you got that going for you, man. Taurean Prince, who I think is an extreme underrated player in the NBA. Hated at the Hawks, let him go. You got Rodions Kurix right there. You got the GOAT Jared Dudley, man. Come on, bro. So, I want to say straight up that I like Kyrie Irving on the Nets. I do think it's going to work out. I just felt bad about how the circumstance came down. I feel bad for D'Lo, man. And, I know these are all grown-ass men, so it is what it is. If you guys want a Kyrie Irving rebuy, I should say, man, drop a like on this video. So I know there's interest in that. I know I did one probably a few months ago, but it definitely be time to do an updated one, man. So yeah, drop a like on this video if you want a Kyrie Irving Brooklyn Nets rebuild tomorrow. Thank you all so much for watching. I want to get my thoughts out there, and peace out, my friends.